Yes, it's Hashem Yisparach. We're here with our Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Yomi. We're using this edition. We are on Tes Zayin of Siman Kufpei Beis Ois Daled. Aser la'ashek is chaveroi afil koldu. It's aser to be oishik, your friend, and we're about to explain what that means in a second. Shenamar loisashik es re'achav. That is the oishik. What's considered oishik? Zeh shebama mechaver liyader b'rtzein chaveroi. This is when you have your friend's money in your hand, and you got it b'rishos, kegoyin sheish le'biyadei halva eschiras, whether it was a loan or a renting, and he just doesn't want to pay him right now. Or he keeps pushing him off, come back later, since it says your friend, this is not forbidden in regards to a guy. As long as there's no chal Hashem involved. If he borrowed money from a nachri, and the nachri died, he can deny the claim to the son. Then the son doesn't really know that you're lying, that you owe the money. If the nachri knows that you're lying, then it's aser b'nei chal Hashem. Even when he doesn't know, this is only to get out of a loan that you might owe. But if you have something, an object that's right here, that's his, then it's forbidden because that's Geneva Gemura. Even if you bought a chaypitz from him, it's forbidden to trick him in the counting out of the money. You're going to have to make a cheshbon. That's talking about with the guy, because the guy is only giving it to you with the amount of money that you made up that you're going to pay him. And if you trick him with the money, if you make it the wrong count, that's like you're stealing the item, and it's not just like getting out of a loan. And even just Geneva Stas, that you're not taking away money, but you're misleading him, it's usher by a business deal. If the guy makes the mistake, then you haven't done anything wrong, unless that there's going to be a chal Hashem involved, that if you don't tell him. And it would be worthwhile for the yid to make sure to say, I'm relying on you that you counted out the right money, or that everything is mesudar. Don't rely on me having counted out right for you. Anybody who desires his friend's house or objects, or anything that your friend had no intention of selling, and he keeps on bothering him, sending people after him to ask him for it, he himself keeps nudging him until he agrees to sell it. That is over the Isser of not to be jealous of your friend. And as soon as he gets the idea in his heart to try to figure out how to get this item from his friend, already you are being over on not to have the taiva for your friend's things. Taiva starts in the heart, and that brings to jealousy. And if he does buy that thing that he was jealous of, that he really wanted, you are over on two labim. You should not lust after, and you should not want it or be jealous of. If somebody did steal, there's a mitzvah esrei to return the actual item that he stole. If it is still around, and it did not change. Return the gazelle that you stole. And the ganim also applies to a thief. And he's not yaitse by paying it off with the value, with money, even if the buyer already gave up hope on getting the item back. If the item did get lost, or it was changed in a way that it cannot go back to its original way of being, or he built it into a building, it would be a great big hesed to return the item, because you'd have to destroy the whole building. You would be yaitse by paying it off, however much it was worth at the time that he stole it. And if the nigzal, the one that was stolen from, is in a different place, You don't have to send him the money to where he is now. You can let him know he can come and you will pay him. And if the Nigzal died, Yarshav return it to his inheritors. Zayin, somebody who steals from the public, from many people. Like he had a store owner and his weights were chaser, were missing, and therefore all the weights were wrong. Or another type of weight that he did that was a wrong weighting. Or somebody who was appointed over the rabbin, and he was more mikkel to his relatives, but he was more strict for other people. Somebody who takes ribbis from the public is very hard for him to do tshuva. He should do a public service that would ensure that the people that he stole from are also going to benefit from it. The people that he knows that he stole from them, he has to return directly to them. He is not yotze by doing a public service. If he knows he stole from them directly, he has to return to them directly. It's forbidden to buy from a ganav or a gazlan the thing that he stole. It doesn't matter if he's a yid or a guy. A guy is also one of the shav mitzvahs, cannot do gineva or gazela, even from a fellow guy. It's one of the shav mitzvahs. And it is a great sin to buy from a ganav, because he is encouraging him to keep up his business of stealing and selling and making money from it. Somebody splits with a ganav, it's like he hates his life. The goyrim leganov shtignev, he's causing the ganav to steal more. Other stealings, because if nobody's going to buy from him, he won't steal. Even though it's possible that the guy could, he could take what he stole and sell it in a place where they don't recognize that he stole it or that it's stolen. It's not a good business model. He's not going to do that. But if the one who's buying is trying to help out the owner by buying it from the ganav to return to the owner, that's only if the bailam themselves didn't have the ability to save their item from the ganav themselves. Also forbidden to accept as a pikadon. Like, can you watch this very fancy thing? Just keep it hidden. That looks like he stole it. He's asking you to watch it. Do not. Don't get him out. To have any sort of hana from the thing that was stolen, that it's in the hands of the gazlan is asur. Even a small benefit that even the owners wouldn't mind, just to switch coins for the ones that I have, and you're not taking any different value. Is forbidden if the money was stolen. To go into a stolen house when it's too sunny outside, or during the rain, because he needs protection from the rain, or to pass through a stolen field as a shortcut, all these things are asur. Somebody who everybody knows is a ganav, and he has no other job except for stealing. All his money is a chazaka that it was stolen. You can't have hana from him. And ani can't even take charity from him because it is a chazkas that it is stolen. We'll continue again tomorrow.